Hello everyone, my name is Amelia Gomez. I am currently a student at Texas A&M Kingsville. I am majoring in psychology and minoring in sociology, and this is my report for my English 2374 class titled Assessing the Dangers of Pepper Spray, a Proposal by myself, Amelia Gomez. This topic is important to me because 2 summers ago, my 13-year-old son became the victim of a pepper spray incident. I was shocked to discover that the perpetrator was only a child herself who had obtained the canister from her older sister. When I began looking into Texas regulations, I discovered that clear policies on pepper spray are virtually non-existent. That discovery became the driving force behind this report. Known for its easy accessibility and its user-friendly design, pepper spray has become one of the most common self-defense tools in the United States. Its deliberate compact design not only makes it convenient to carry, but also allows for discreet concealment, reinforcing its appeal as a readily accessible self-defense tool. Adding to its design appeal is the fact that it can be easily purchased online or at any major retailer at a budget-friendly price. Unlike guns or tasers, pepper spray requires no special training or license to purchase and/or carry. Furthermore, because most pepper spray canisters are mostly plastic material and carry little to no metal, these small weapons can be easily passed through standard walk-through detectors. However, the very factors that make pepper spray easy to purchase and convenient to use are the same ones that contribute to its growing misuse. This misuse poses significant problems such as increased incidence of assault, accidental exposure leading to health risks, and the ability to bypass standard security measures. Available in stores and online for under $20, no ID is needed when purchasing pepper spray. In fact, pepper spray is not kept enclosed in cases or behind counters in retail stores. It is often stocked low enough for anyone to be able to reach it without any problems. This weapon is also available in a variety of bright colors, including pink and purple, and some are even decorated with gems. These designs appeal to children, and they do not present themselves as a potential danger. Not only is the pepper spray container visually appealing, but it is also constructed for effortless administration with no child safety measures in place. Here we see a wide array of colors that pepper spray comes in. As mentioned before, my 13-year-old son was a victim, and he explained that upon seeing the girl holding the canister, he mistakenly thought it was a push-pop candy. Having never seen a canister of pepper spray, nothing about its size or color signaled danger. This testimony highlights how marketing and design choices can obscure the risks of pepper spray and increase the likelihood of its misuse by children. And these risks are not isolated. In November 2025, a 17-year-old in San Antonio pepper sprayed 8 people, including a young child, during a Riverwalk boat tour. This case serves as an illustration of how easily accessible pepper spray can be misused in public spaces, causing harm to vulnerable populations. The effects of pepper spray poses serious health dangers. Here we see that pepper spray can cause temporary blindness, eye injuries, intense burning sensations, skin burns, severe respiratory distress, laryngospasm, which is a contraction of vocal cords that closes the airways, pulmonary edema, fluid buildup in the lungs, arrhythmias, which is erratic heartbeat, and even sudden cardiac arrest. Beyond physical harm, victims may also suffer psychological effects, such as heightened anxiety, panic attacks, nightmares, hypervigilance, and symptoms consistent with PTSD. This table shows the comparison of Texas regulations with those of New York and Massachusetts, highlighting key differences in purchase rules, size limits, and usage restrictions. As shown in Texas, pepper spray is legal to own and carry without a permit. Furthermore, there are no restrictions in Texas on the canister size or the concentration strength. State law requires that it only be used in genuine self-defense situations, and misuse can result in criminal assault charges. New York, by contrast, imposes some of the strictest regulations in the country. Civilians may legally possess pepper spray, but canisters are limited to 2.5 ounces and must be purchased in person from licensed firearms dealers. Online shipping is banned, and strength is capped. Use is prohibited in sensitive areas such as schools. Massachusetts takes a middle ground approach. Adults 18 and older may purchase pepper spray without a firearm license. However, restrictions remain. It cannot be carried into schools or other sensitive areas, and misuse outside of self-defense can lead to criminal charges. This comparison highlights a stark contrast of Texas' lack of restrictions, which stands out against states that have recognized risk and imposed safeguards, such as New York and Massachusetts. The objectives of this proposal is to limit access by recommending behind-the-counter storage, locked displays, and age verification at time of purchase. This will ensure that pepper spray is not easily obtained by minors or misused in public spaces. We want to remove bright colors, decorative designs, and candy-like appearances by requiring neutral packaging, hazard icons, and standardized warning labels. This reduces the likelihood of children mistaking pepper spray for harmless objects. We would also like to introduce child-resistant caps, safety switches, and/or activation resistance to prevent accidental or intentional misuse by children. We want to establish stricter penalties and restricted zones, such as schools and public events, and require manufacturers to integrate detectable metal into canisters so that they may be identified at security entrances. We would draft regulations with compliance timelines and enforcement mechanisms, and we would launch awareness campaigns to educate the public on the misuse of pepper spray and its implications, as well as provide victim support. In addition, a stakeholder working group will be convened to ensure the proposed reforms are practical, equitable, and enforceable. It will include representatives from the legislature, public health agencies, retail associations, law enforcement, consumer safety advocates, and community organizations serving vulnerable populations. The group will meet twice during the drafting phase to review statutory language, packaging standards, and enforcement protocols, and will provide feedback on implementation plans and public education materials. Retail partners will be offered a phased compliance window and training resources. Law enforcement will receive clear guidance and training modules, and community organizations will design outreach materials. In conclusion, pepper spray misuse poses real risk to public safety. Stricter and clearer policies can reduce harm. My proposal is to adopt standardized guidelines for responsible use. Safety tools should protect, not endanger. The urgency to reform is not abstract. Without action, preventable harms will continue. Policymakers can adopt a pragmatic package that preserves self-defense options while reducing risks. By acting now, Texas can protect vulnerable populations and set a precedent other jurisdictions can follow. Should you have any questions, require clarification, or wish to discuss this proposal further, I can be reached at amelia.gomez@students.tamuc.edu or at 361-980-6918. Your consideration of this proposal is greatly appreciated, and I look forward to contributing to efforts that strengthen public safety and promote responsible regulations. Thank you.